No, I wasn't on anything, friend. I don't do that. I don't even have knees. Okay. What do you mean, ma'am? That's an old school. Yeah. What? I know how to protect these curls. Y'all great. Welcome to Midday Manifest. It's your girl, Coach Misty. It's amazing. Y'all, this is Side Hustle. I'm Dominican on Thursdays, okay? And I don't have no damn knees, okay? I don't do none of that. Don't worry about what we was talking about. Welcome to Side Hustle Day 4. We're going to be real quick with it because I got an appointment in 37 minutes. We got a reading. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to have a whole bunch of sips. I am dehydrated, though. You know who you are. Thank you. Wink, wink. Appreciate you. Dehydrated as hell. Okay. Dehydrated is there. You say it's Thursday, Coach. Did I say I was Dominican? No, I'm not accepting no cash apps. That's not what this is. Come back tonight. Come back tonight. Okay. I hope y'all taking y'all a step. Take one more before we get started. We ain't gonna get through all of day 4. I'll be on probably about 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. I'm gonna come on a little early. I hear you, friend. Okay. Take a sip. Okay, y'all. All right, y'all. So if you've been following along, we are talking about side hustles. Thank you. We talking about side hustles, y'all. This is the book. I hope y'all got it. Y'all, I don't know what kind of midday manifest this is gonna be because I didn't even want to. I just got home. I just God, I hope none of my other booze watch this. I just got home around noon. I got home at noon. So I don't know what kind of midday manifest it's gonna be. I had to jump in the shower, get refreshed. That was the side hustle. Shut up. I had to jump in the shower and get my life together. So we just gonna if you missed days 1, 2, and 3, go watch it on YouTube. I don't even have the energy to go back and talk about it. Okay, we are on day 4. I'm gonna be mellow as hell today. I hope how many of y'all got y'all 3 ideas? Everybody should have 3 ideas. If you've been rocking with me, hey friends, if you've been rocking with me, everybody should have 3 ideas. What's your 3 ideas? Friend said it's just do what you can. I'm just mellow, Jesus. Everybody should have 3 ideas. So give me three. And I'm not gonna freestyle it today. We are gonna start on day 4. Because if I freestyle it, it's gonna end up with story time and I'm gonna hang up. No, we might be able to get through day 4. Everybody put at least 2 ideas in the comments. 2 ideas. What's up, Momo? What's up, Miss Cindy? Everybody put at least 2 ideas in the comments. 2 ideas. So you should have, we were brainstorming side hustle ideas. Everybody should have 2 ideas. Okay. You said digital products. What kind of digital products, friend? What kind? Everybody want to sell digital products, but do you have a product that's going to sell? Education advocate. I like that. Okay. Anybody on YouTube or Facebook? You can put your comments in. I can see them. Life insurance, e-commerce, fashion designer, hairstylist. All right. Postpartum care packages. I love it. Ebook, hotshot runs, and yoni products. All right. Budgeting. Good job. A blogger, real estate. Okay. So listen, y'all, you have the book. We're on day 4, which is on page 37. Day 4. So it says, now that you have several ideas up your sleeve, let's look at them more closely to see which ones have the most potential, right? Yeah, when I tell y'all I've had ideas on top of ideas, full ideas to the idea, and a new idea, when I tell you I've done all of that, it is crazy, right? But we have to look at our ideas and see which ones have potential, right? To see which ones have potential. Okay, I want you to ask yourself a question now. People who are doing stuff that's going into a market that's highly saturated, I want you to ask yourself. Listen, I want you to ask yourself what makes you different from the people who's already doing this, right? What makes you different from the people who are already doing it, right? So for me, I do readings. Okay, well, it's a lot of people out here doing readings. Y'all see that? It's people all on TikTok. You still got your psychics that's in your areas. Everybody and their mama spiritual on TikTok, right? So what makes me different from when I do my readings? For me, I would answer that question really simple. Number one is my personality, right? I'm entertaining. Number two, what makes me different from my readings is that I don't use tools. Number three, I'm going to give it to you real. Not saying other people don't, but I'm a little realer than most. Okay. And I can do a lot of things. I can do the readings, I can do mediumship, I do a lot of different things. I can read on a lot of different levels. So that's what makes me different. Not saying that there's nobody out there, but I know my personality. My personality takes me a long way. Okay. Thank you, Keisha. My personality takes me a long way. Right. So I want you to ask yourself what makes you different and what you're trying to do. If you want to make t-shirts, what's going to make your t-shirts different than anybody else's t-shirts? Everybody named Mammy selling t-shirts. If you want to have a podcast, what is going to make your podcast different than everybody else's podcast? A lot of you all need to do some market research. One thing that was hard for me when I had my cake business was looking at the competitor. That was hard for me. Looking at the competitor was hard for me when I was doing my cake business, y'all. I used to be like, doing market research, right? Trying to see who else is selling the same thing. At a certain point, when I first started my cake business, I didn't even want to know if anybody else was selling the same products because I thought that that would deter me from doing it. But once I really got into it and started going, using my books, I got another book called Guerrilla Marketing, and with guerrilla marketing, you have to do market research. So I forced myself to do it. And when I did my market research, I found out that there really wasn't nobody doing it the way I wanted to do it within my area, which means that I was introducing something really brand new to the market. Nobody was advertising it the way I was doing it. People, I had to. So people were putting liquor, they were putting alcohol and cupcakes through the little pipettes, right? But you said, and you had your gift since a lot of readers. And what you say? And you had your gift since a lot of readers just started last year. What you mean tomorrow? I don't know what you're talking about. You go book a reading on my site. I don't know. You might be booking out for Saturday. Hold on, y'all. You might be booking out for Saturday. You said since a lot of readers just started last year. Oh, I've had my gifts since I was little. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. Let me get back to it. So what I found out that the people who were putting alcohol in their cupcakes were dripping it in there. And I read the reviews. So not only when you're doing your market research, you can research the company, but research their reviews. See what the customers have to say, good, bad, and ugly, right? If you see that there's a certain thing in your field that customers are like, oh my God, I love this, I love that. That's what you want to offer, right? If you see that people are saying, oh God, I hate this. A lot of people say, I hate the taste. Like the cupcake was good, but once I got to the bottom of the cupcake, it was soggy because all the alcohol dripped out. But guess what? One of my selling points was that the alcohol is the only liquid I use. Alcohol was the only liquid I use in my cake. People talking about what? Alcohol is the only liquid you use in your cake. How? So then people start thinking about, oh, it was like rum cake. But then when they ate it, and they're like, oh my God, I got a little buzz off of it, but it was still delicious. Like I didn't taste the alcohol, but I felt the after effects, right? So that was one of my selling points because everybody talked about, oh, how when the liquid drip down, it makes the cake soggy. No, alcohol is the only liquid in my cake. So it's already baked in. My icing is made with alcohol. Everything is already in there. There's no pipettes. You don't have to deal with that. Okay. All right. So mark your research. Let's turn to page 38. It says, so here's the deal. Let me tell y'all this. And this is something that I'm going through right now. If you become successful, if you start a side hustle and you become successful at it, and the more notoriety and the more eyes that are on you, guess what? Copycats will spring up. Now, in my situation, I'm dealing with fake pages, right? But I also have readers who's using my name. They do readings, but they're changing their usernames to official, to some variation of official Coach Misty, and they do readings too. So when you look up official Coach Misty, they pop up too. And you like, well, they not using my videos, they using their own videos. And you like, well, wait, well, who doing the readings? Because they offer readings as well, their own readings, right? So what happens is when you start excelling at a certain thing, people start taking notice, copycats will spring up. Okay. All right. They will offer essentially the same product and some even duplicating your branding and sales copy with only minor changes. Okay. Yes, this is a no. Oh, you said they using my hashtag. Well, that's cute. That's my hashtag just getting more views. I ain't worried about that. Listen, this is annoying, of course, right? But what you have to recognize is that it comes with the territory of launching a feasible, profitable, and persuasive project. So if you are in business right now and you see that you started doing something now, everybody and their mama trying to do it, right? You didn't see this many people. It's a lot of new people trying to do it after you didn't got out here and got eyes are put on you. Guess what? Congratulations. You have a feasible, profitable, and persuasive project. Okay, and persuasive project. Somebody say, how can you keep your own business growing? Do you mean your own business? Well, when you have a business, the way to keep it growing, you're either going to increase the items you sell, increase the services. Don't increase the staff unless you have the demand. So you're either going to increase the services. So here's the deal: it costs less money to retain the customers you have than to get new customers, right? Are you talking about me with the copycats? You talking about how do I? Are you asking me a personal question? Saying how am I going to keep my business growing with the copycat springing up? Girl, I don't give a damn about that. I, I'm not worried about that. Now you asking me if you have something. You talking about for everybody. All right. So if you have a product, right? Okay. For instance, okay. I said, girl, I ain't worried about that. God got me on that because with this, I'm doing God's work. But let me tell you something. When you have, listen, he said, hey, friend, I asked if my son will be okay in life. You said yes, but have babies. He just told me he got one on the way. Okay, call me back with that tonight. But congratulations, I guess, Granny. I told you that he was going to have babies. And he got, well, that's a confirmation, I'm assuming. But call back with that tonight so we can talk to you, Granny. All right, y'all, back. Listen, she's talking about, no, I was mad. Well, it is what it is. I told you first. All right. When you have copycats springing up, right? First of all, what you need to do is add original. Original somewhere in your tagline, original somewhere in your wherever, right? Add the word original, okay? Or even add it to your thing, the originator of something. Make sure you're the originator of it though, right? Also, like when I had my cake business, listen, when I had my cake business, um, I actually had a couple. Listen. I actually had a couple who came, who started selling cake. I had started almost like I started like an MLM with my cake business, right? So I had a couple in Houston that was selling cake. And what happened is they would purchase the cake from me. They would purchase the cake from me in bulk and then they would resell it. They would take orders. So I almost had it to like where you had the Girl Scouts. Well, when the husband, he would take the sheet to his job and the people would fill it out and put their cake order in and I would ship them the cake. I would make the cake and ship it to him and he was in Houston. So they would get it like the next day. Okay. So what the wife did was she said, oh, she said, this cake selling like that. So they tried to cut me out the deal. All of a sudden, she stopped ordering cake from me. And her husband were trying to listen, her and her husband were trying to figure out how to recreate my flavors, right? See, the one thing about it is when people, it's not about a hater. Let me say something. It's not hating. It's people that are unoriginal. They're not haters. They're just unoriginal. Okay. So what her and her husband tried to do is they tried to figure out how I was making my flavors. And what they did was they started trying to create their own flavors that were something like mine. So like I had a flavor called Birthday Girl, but they put out one called Party Cake. And then I had a red velvet honey whiskey. I forgot what I called that. And they put out one called like Bourbon Girl. You know what I'm saying? So it was things like that, right? And so the reason I found out because I was like, wow, it's kind of I haven't heard from them. They've been ordering a lot of cake, and all of a sudden they're not ordering none. What happened was I had a customer, one of their customers had an old jar of mine, and all my jars had my label on them. And they reached out to me and they was like, hey, I just wanted to tell you that this cake I ordered don't taste like the other cake, and I'm a little disappointed. And I was like, well, where are you located? And they told me, well, I'm in Houston. And I said, I haven't sent out any orders to Houston within the last week, so I'm not sure about what cake you're talking about it. And they were like, well, yeah, like I got the cake from her lady name was Rochelle. They like, I got the cake from Rochelle's husband. I said, I said, yeah, they were working with me, but I haven't sent them no cake in like 2, 3 weeks. So I'm not sure what cake you're talking about. And they sent me a picture of it. And y'all, it was not my jar. It was not my cake. I said, oh, I said, well, I'm sorry to tell you, that's not my cake. He said, it seems like Rochelle and her husband. And that taught me a valuable lesson about having people sign non-compete agreements with me. That was a business lesson for me to have people sign non-compete agreements with me, right? If you go into business with me, you have to sign a non-compete for at least 2 years. You can't make a product like mine for 2 years because I'm giving you all the sauce on how to sell it. They didn't know how to make it, but I'm giving you all the sauce and all the marketing things on how to sell it, right? Yep, they were making their own cake and trying to. So they were saying like, well, if they were only making a $5 or $7 profit off of the jars that they were buying for me, they could just keep all of it and make it theirself, and it was disgusting, right? And that was that. Okay. So here's the deal. If you have a good product, listen, if you have a good product, I don't, if you offer a good service or a good product, it doesn't matter. No, I did not inbox you for, girl, no, that was not me. I don't inbox nobody. Oh, Jesus, the energy. Come on, y'all. I had a great night and morning. Wink, wink. Oh, Jesus. Listen, let me make this announcement. I will never inbox you. That ain't me. Okay. I was back somewhere. I was somewhere. Close y'all ears, Facebook and YouTube. I was somewhere getting my back blown out. No, I don't inbox people. Okay. Those are fakes and phonies. Report them and block them. Thank you and good night. No, no, ma'am. I don't even know what day it is today. Inboxing no damn body. Okay. Glad I got out the hotel room. All right. Back to the thing. Copycats. Listen, just stick to your formula. One thing about me, when I saw people who were trying to copy me, blown out, friend. When I saw people who were trying to copy me, I had so many flavors. All I had 37 flavors in my arsenal. So by the time you tried to perfect one flavor, I can come out with two more. One thing about it, when something is for you, it's for you. Everybody stop and say that. When it's for me, it's for me. What's for me is for me. Say that, y'all. What's for me? I want you to say it right there at your desk. Listen, what's for me is for me. That's anything in life. Business, okay? Purchases, relationships. What's for me is for me. You hear me? You hear me? You don't have to fight to maintain your rightful place. Now, I'm about to start preaching. I don't know if we're going to even get to this. You don't have to fight to maintain your rightful place in nothing. You don't have to listen. You don't have to fight for something that's yours. Oh, my God. I just feel like I'm not about to. I don't feel like I'm gonna get to this. Hold on. We only got a couple minutes anyway because I got an appointment in 20 minutes. But you have to know that. You hear me? I used to get so upset with these people who was copycatting my pages. And the only thing that really makes me upset is not that I feel like I'm losing money because people are copying my pages and reaching out to y'all and stuff. But what makes me upset is that people are trying to get over on you. That people are trying to use what I'm doing, which is a blessed thing. What I'm doing because God told me to do. I'm walking in my purpose. People are using that, you know what I'm saying, to con people or scam people. That's what made me mad because what I do is damn near magical. It's magical for me. I don't know what it make you feel like, but it's magical for me. And I'm blown away every day that God allows me to walk in my gift. And I used to get so upset about it. But then what I realized is this. I said, if I turn my energy into anger, listen, if I turn my energy into anger and try to keep battling and going against the people that's making these fake pages, or even, and let's be honest, if I was to do a little, you know, and if I was to cross over to another side, if I was to cross over on another side and make it stop one way or the other, then who wins? Nobody wins. Nobody wins. Nobody wins in that situation, right? So what I do is I not try to, I remain positive at all times. I remain positive all times. The people who are doing this, I pray for them. I do. I don't pray against them. I pray for them. I pray that God allows them to see their light and find their path and their passion, because it has to be very lonely walking in my shadow. It has to be very lonely, very depressing, trying to pretend to be me. You're bored. I wouldn't. Damn, I wish my hair was loose, so I would shake it. I would never be that bored. I couldn't imagine trying to pretend to be somebody else. So, and when I say that, I say this: I'm not going to fight for something that's rightfully mine. Huh? I'm not going to fight because it's mine. You hear me? Because it's mine. I don't have to fight for it. You hear me? And if I go to fighting, if I go to Somebody said you should set up a fake account. You should go and follow them and then request a reading and see what they say. For what? For what? They can't tell me nothing. For what? What they gonna say? We all know they we all know it's a scam. What am I gonna do to be like, yeah, this Coach Misty? What for what? That's a waste of time, right? When I because I know my hourly worth. I know my hourly worth. I'm not about to spend a near minute, second, hour chasing down a con, chasing down somebody who want to be not gonna do it. Huh? I'm gonna let you run yourself raggedy. I'm gonna let you run yourself raggedy, and I continue to pray for you, and I pray for the people who follow me so that they know better, right? And that's just that. And I use my time to build my clientele. I use my time to help other people. That's what I use my time for, because I'm never gonna fight for something that's mine. Now, I talked about my, my business. Yeah, we'll go on. We'll go back to page 4 tomorrow. We'll come back to page. We'll come back to page day 4 tomorrow. Let me tell y'all something. I talk to a lot of women. Yeah, I'm about to preach real quick, and then we're gonna manifest and get on up out of here. I'll be back tonight. I'm coming on a little early today. I talk to too many people, women. It's a lot of them. It's 25 fake pages, y'all. Let's just get out there. It's about 25, 27 fake pages. Okay. It's a lot of them. And as soon as one gets shut down, they open up another one. I am not, listen, I'm going to say this, and I listen, definitely when I come back from my surgery. What we not going to do in these lives is we are not going to talk about that no more. We are not going to give these people not one more moment of attention. This is time wasted that we could be talking about how to get you to your next level. I don't give a damn about these fake pages. Okay? I don't give a damn. None at all. So listen, from this point on, if you say something about a fake page, if my moderators, my moderators will come in the comments and they'll make a thing, this is my only page. I will make a announcement at the beginning, but I'm tired of it. I don't want to spend a whole live talking about that because that's negative energy. Okay, they fake. You on here watching me. They fake. You know why that people are able to get over on y'all? Not because they're using my likeness, because you so thirsty for an answer. That's why they're able to get money from you. Huh? These people offer everything. They don't offer nothing I've said I do. They offer spells. They ask you for pictures, birthdays. I've never asked you for none of your information. Hell, I don't even need to know your name. And you all will sit and watch me and then still let these people jump in your inbox and tell you that they do tarot and they need a date and a picture and they do spells, and then y'all still send these folks money and then hit me up after they block your ass if they didn't got their money, and then they block your ass and then be like, Coach, did you inbox? No. You sit here and watch me, but your spirit is so thirsty for an answer. Thirsty. Huh? That you don't even take the time to double check and be like, hold on, you ain't her. Wait a minute. This woman got over 100,000 followers. Huh? You so open for clarity that you willing to take it from anything and anywhere. Now that's the crazy part about it. Stop being so listen, stop being so thirsty for somebody to do the work for you. And do it your damn self. Okay? I'm confused. That's what pisses me off. Y'all sit here every day and watch me. Oh, damn well I don't do none of that. And then be like, Coach, was you in my inbox? Let me send you a screenshot. They're gonna do a candle and herbs, a love spell for you, a money spell. Take a sip. That be blowing me. They need your picture and the name. They need a birthday. They want to know what your sign is. Go. My website is right here. IamCoachMissy.com. Okay? I ain't got to recruit no damn. Thank you, friend. I don't have to recruit no damn. Do you know how many people I got to talk to today? You know how many people I got to talk to today? Over 20. Over 20 people booked today. Over 20 people booked. And thank God I don't have my books are open. I cut out certain times. 20 people today. And y'all working on Thursday. And I'm happy. I mean, y'all working on Friday, and I'm excited and delighted. Y'all working on Friday now. No, you think I got time to sit up and text you? Please. I need y'all to do better. My website right out there. Go in the book. You probably get an appointment Friday or Saturday. All right. But listen, y'all. I said this before and I'm gonna say it again. You don't have to fight for nothing that's yours. You don't. Y'all are calling me, y'all are in these marriages, and I don't want you to think that you can't call me and ask me certain things because you can call and ask me anything. Thank you, friend. You can call and ask me anything you want to ask, as long as you know it's within a certain guidelines. But I want y'all to know that you don't have to fight for nothing that's yours. That man, you ain't gonna have to fight for it. Huh? You up sleepless nights. A woman sent me a message today. She sent me a $10 cash app and said, "Can you tell me my husband's iPhone code?" First of all, ma'am, it's gonna be more than $10. Okay. Okay, friend. Yeah, I saw that in New York. We will pray for that. Listen, this is the beginning of the end. My grandmother used to say that. I saw that thing in New York. My stomach speaking in tongues. Come on, stomach. That's the beginning of the end. You hear me? But listen, let me say this. That woman said, "Can you tell me my husband's iPhone code?" First of all, ma'am, if I tell you, it's gonna be more than $10. That's number one. You're not gonna send first. I ain't even on live. Why you send me a $10 cash app to my thing? I'm confused. It's gonna be more than $10. Okay. You don't have to fight for nothing like that. If you got a husband, if you have a spouse, and even if he got a lock on his phone, if you don't have the code or you got to go so far to ask somebody else, a psychic, for the code, honey, it's time to go. Okay. It's time to leave. Right? Yeah, that's not for you no more. Okay? That's not for you. You don't need to ask me what's going on with me and Darnell. Nothing. What you mean nothing? Nothing. Because Darnell got something on going. Say right. Let it go and let God. You hear me? Let go and let God. Right. Yeah. She said, "What's my husband's iPhone call?" I politely refunded her money. I didn't even call her. I just refunded her money. Ma'am, listen, if God was to give it to me, I wouldn't give it to you because you're not going to leave. You hear me? You ain't leaving. You ain't going nowhere. You're not going to pull me into your foolishness. Okay? Be blessed. Okay? Let that man cheat in peace. Okay? Your gut don't have to tell you. Your gut don't have to tell you nothing. It's his actions. Y'all talking about women's intuition. Do you know? Ooh, let me tell you something. People are so afraid of the truth that they will work with a lie. That came to me today when I was in the bathroom. Let me put my glasses on so you hoes know I'm serious. I said I was gonna call y'all out. I lied. Listen, let me put my glasses on so you know I'm serious. Huh? Let me put my glasses on so you know I'm serious. People are so afraid of the truth that they will work with a lie. You hear me? You will make sense out of a lie. You hear me? You will make sense out of a lie. That's how yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. You so afraid of the truth that you will make sense out of a lie. You hear me? I'm sharing my location with somebody. Let me tell you something. Oh, coach is petty. I'm sharing my location with somebody right now. I was at a hotel last night, 7 minutes away from my house. I was at a hotel, okay? At a hotel. This man see my location. I shared him with him because he be worried about me, and that's fine. I'm not your girlfriend. I don't have to answer to you, but I share my location. He said, "Oh, I see you stayed at a hotel room last night. You wasn't at home. Everything okay?" I said, "Yeah, like I like to stay at hotels." He's talking about, "Oh, okay." He's talking about, you there by yourself? Yeah, now, yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So your son must have came up there and stayed with you. See, understand me. People are so afraid of the truth they make sense out of a lie. And a lot of us have been us, me too, have done that where we will make up something in our head to soothe our troubled heart. We will make some up in our head. So this man said, "Oh, okay. So you must have had your son up there." Sure, I'm gonna let you go with that, sir. I'm gonna let you go with that. I don't owe you no explanation. I'm not your girl. We ain't in nothing. But I'm gonna let you go with that. He made up a lie, y'all. He made up the lie in his head so that he could stay away from what was possibly the truth. So he said, okay, well, she had her son. Right? Why would my son stay at a hotel with me when I got a whole loft downtown, baby? I start cussing when I got a whole loft downtown. If I'm at a loft, if I'm at the hotel, my son is at the loft by himself, chilling. He living his best life. He got a PS5 now, living his best life by at home alone. You hear me? But he made a lie up. He made sense out of a lie to avoid the truth. To avoid the truth, right? And we do that. A lot of people do that. I talk to women every thank you, friend. I talk to women every day that do that. Yeah. Men too, but more women. I have more female customers. Y'all do that. And then when you talk to me and I tell you something you want to hear, then you ready to listen, then you ready to get off you ready to get off the phone with me. Right? I used to make sense out of I used to make sense out of I used to make lies up to avoid the truth. I used to make sense out of a lie. Huh? I would ask a person sometimes we ask people a question so we know for them to give us an answer to avoid the real answer so that we can fill in the blanks. Stop filling in the blanks. Stop filling in the blanks yourself, right? Stop filling in the blanks. Remember them little notebooks? Some of y'all may be, listen, some of y'all might have been a little bit too young for this, but a little too young to remember this. When I was little, my mom used to buy me these notebooks, these little fun pads from the grocery store, right? These little fun pads, and you open up the fun pad, and it would have a paragraph, and in the paragraph, it would have a doggone line, right? And it would tell you to do something. It would say like put an animal in here, and you would just fill in the lines, whatever it say. You ain't supposed to read first. Use Mad Libs. That's what it was. You're supposed to go in and fill in the line, and I might say, oh, that animal was a pig, and the piece of clothing was a hat, and this, that, and the other. And then you just fill in the lines, and then you go back and you read it in the story of like, oh, there was a pig named Sally who wore a hat to the grocery store while shopping with her uncle, and this, that, and the other. And it would be funniest things. But what you have to understand that a lot of us are doing that with our lives. A lot of us are what we say? What is it called? A mad lib? We mad living our lives. Huh? We are filling in the blanks instead of getting a direct answer on something. We are filling in the blanks with what we want to hear. Right? We are filling in when you ask a person something and they don't give you a response, instead of taking that silence as a no, instead of taking that silence as a no, we use our mind and we mad lib that thing and we fill it in with what we want to hear, with what we would have liked to hear, and we go with that. Ding ding, chicken wing. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we mad living it. Huh? Instead of just coming out. How many people get on here and be like, how does Johnny feel about me? Ask Johnny. If you got to ask a person, let me tell you something. If you got to ask me how another person feel about you, they don't like you. And then people get mad when I do that. They don't like you. They don't like you. You hear me? They don't like you. I'm gonna tell too much of my business. Last night when I was with my little friend, well, he ain't lit anyway. When I was with my friend last night, huh? He said something to me. He said, I asked him, I said, is this moving too fast for you? If this moving too fast, like, I know I might have took you a little bit too fast. He said, I was going to take you down in that van. That man said, I was going to take you down in that van for real. Yeah. He said, I was going to take you down in that van. So I'm glad we made it. We made it to a room because I was going to take you down in that van. Okay. Okay. Now we on the same page. You know what? I asked the questions. I'm not gonna sit up here and assume anything. I asked the questions, right? It was a pleasure speaking with you too, Miss Yvette. Yeah, I was gonna ask the questions. Not Speedy Gonzalez in the flesh. I take them fast. Okay. I just want y'all to say this. I'm gonna go back to what my original point was. What's for you is for you, and you don't have to fight what's for you when it's in business. I don't give a damn if you bake cakes and then your next door neighbor start baking cakes and the woman across the street start baking cakes and the woman down the street start baking cakes. If that's a God given gift, You know what I'm saying? If that's what the Lord told you to do and what the Lord put on your heart, and you can close your eyes and you can see it, believe it, and know it, keep baking cakes. Keep baking cakes. I don't care how many people bake cakes, right? Because what's for you is for you. One thing Essence Festival taught me that. Essence Festival taught me that. I was in 2016, y'all. We're gonna manifest and get on out of here. In 2016, I bought my booth at Essence to be a food vendor, right? I paid $2,500 for that booth alone. We had to bring all the cake that we was gonna sell. I brought $10,000 worth of product with me, right? I had people who came with me who had to help, pay. Like it was crazy, right? And I didn't know what I was going to do. I got to Essence Festival. I was the last booth at Essence. You understand that? I was the last booth. If you got an Essence map from 2016, I was the last booth on Essence Festival. The last thing, thank you, friend. I was the last booth in Essence. When I saw my booth, I cried. I cried because I ain't gonna tell y'all the whole story, but I had spent my last of my last money. I'm talking about I was almost late on rent, paying to get down there to Essence because God had showed me that's where I was supposed to be and that's what I was supposed to do. Right? All these other businesses had kitchens out back. They was established. They had been doing Essence for years. It was my first time, and I was the last of the last at Essence. And I said, "Oh my God, I am the last food booth. Hell, I am the last booth. I am next to the bathrooms. Who is going to come back here and see me? Oh my God, I just wasted all this money. I done wasted people's time. I'm the last of the last at Essence. I come to, but then I got myself together. I said, Missy, you came too far. You came too far to turn back, right? To feel defeated. We here now." And guess what ended up happening? A young lady was going from everything. And Miss Vanessa, if you on here, I'm gonna be a couple minutes late calling you, but I gotta finish this story. A young lady was walking. Listen, a young lady was walking around, and since I was the last thing at Essence, right? I started looking. I started learning certain things about who had what passes they had, who was going backstage, because I had to get my product out in front of somebody. Since I was the last booth, I had to think a little differently. I'm the last thing at Essence, right? It was a young lady going booth to booth, booth to booth, and she had somebody with her with a camera. No, she had a camera around her neck. She didn't have nobody with her. A camera around her neck, and she was going around, a little backpack on. And I heard her ask the lady next to me, like, "Hey, we like I'm here doing interviews." Okay, hold on, I gotta hurry up. That was my alarm. She asked him, hold on one second. I just want to make sure. Okay, she asked him, she said, "I'm here doing interviews with Essence, and I just want to, can I interview you?" She didn't say she was with Essence. She just said, "I'm here doing interviews from a publication, and I just want to know, talk to you." She was asking every booth owner, "Can she do an interview?" And they're like, "Oh, baby, we got a lot of people. Come back later. We got a lot of folks. Come back when it's not so busy." The girl came to me. She got to me. She said, "Hey, I want to know, can I interview you like for a publication?" I said, "Sure." I looked at her badge. That girl had access to everything in Essence. She had every letter on her badge, and I only had one letter, which gave me access to where I was. She had every letter. I said, "Yeah, you can interview me." She said, "Cool." She said, "Well, my name is such and such, and I'm with Essence.com." What? She said, "My name is such and such, and I'm with Essence.com." She said, "Tell me about your business." And I was like, "Okay, I'm the last thing in Essence." I watched that girl go booth to booth to booth, from food vendor, from vendor to vendor to vendor, and they turned her away because they had a large crowd. Me, I didn't have a lot of people. Didn't nobody know what the hell cake what a kick was. I I was the last thing there. And she said, "Okay." And she said, "Well, what makes you different than everybody else here? What makes Cake with a Kick better?" And I said, "You know what?" I said, "I could talk to you all day about what my business is." I said, "But how about this?" I said, "Is everybody you with?" I said, "How many people with you?" She said, "Well, it's five of us." I said, "Okay." She said, "Is everybody, hold on. Is this the lady I'm supposed to have a thing with? Hold on. Hello? Hi, I'm good. It's Suite 455, 4455. Okay? All right. All right, y'all. That was Amazon, the suite number. Anyway, listen. Okay, Miss Vanessa, I'm gonna call you real quick. I'm glad I answered that. That was Amazon for yeah. I'm in suite 455. Yeah. So anyway, look, boom. So I said, how many people with you? Like you like in y'all interviewing people. She said, well, it's five of us. I packed them up some free cake, right? I packed them up some free cake. I said, here. I said, here goes some spoons, some free cake. I said, this is what I want you to do. I said, listen, let me tell you how much I knew God had me on my purpose. I said, I want you to take this cake and I want you to go try it. I said, walk away from my thing, my booth, go try it. I said, if you feel like this is interview worthy, then come back. Then come back. Right? I said, because I'm not going to sit here and tell you. I said, I know what my purpose is and I know the gift that I have. I said, if you think that this is interview worthy, then I'll be right here waiting on you. She said, okay, bet. That girl left. She was gone for about 30 minutes. You know, I got a little trickle of customers, not that much. She came back with somebody else. She said, yeah. She said, we want to interview you. Y'all, when I tell you they did an interview on me and put it on essence.com and they put my booth information on all of the big screens around. Oh, I'm getting chills. They put my information on all of the big screens around the convention center where we was at in New Orleans to come see Cake with a Kick, right? That the article was on essence.com. You hear me? When I tell you, oh, I'm not about to cry. Y'all, when I tell you that people came from everywhere, I'm about to get emotional, y'all. When I'm telling you, because I'm getting emotional, because God has always looked out for me and been so good to me. You hear me? So good. Y'all, when I tell you I had literally went down to that festival with $7 to my name because every penny I had went towards that festival. That's how much I believed in myself and I believed in my product. That I went down there for with $7 to my name. That I had to ask somebody else to feed. Hey, come on in. Thank you, baby. Okay, thank you, Bookie. Yeah, all right, you too. That I had to ask my friends to feed my baby. And I told the people who believed in me and came with me that day that I said we will never be in this situation again. And how her posting that article on me about me taking a chance and saying I believe what God has for me is for me and giving her that cake and taking that chance that I had so many people that I couldn't keep them away. And then another dude came on, Freddie O. He walked up. I didn't know who he was. He's a famous blogger. He came up and he said, "Hey, give me some of this cake." The lady from Tootie from Facts of Life. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Tootie, she was there. She came. When I tell you the lady who was all over all the food came and said, "Hey, they talking about your cake backstage." It's select Kim Fields came. She said, "Hey, I heard about this cake." They came and found me, little old me. Little old me. They came and found little old me, the last thing at Essence. I couldn't keep people away. You hear me? I went down there with $7 and I came back with 11,000 in 3 days. So I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna go ahead and go. What's for you is for you. You hear me? Don't be worried. And then maybe I'm talking to myself. Don't worry about who don't believe in you, who try to copy you, or who talk about you. If it's for you, God gonna make it happen. Okay? All right. Y'all, let's go ahead and manifest. Huh? Let's go ahead and manifest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. Hold it. I need you to see it, believe it, and know it, and release. Now, on the count of three, I need you to manifest with me. You ready? One, two, three. I want to thank y'all for rocking with me. I will be back tonight, probably about 7:30 Central Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna be on a little earlier today. Tonight is about deliverance. You can call in with your regular questions, but tonight is about deliverance, right? Huh? Yeah. It's time to let it's time to let go of some of these things, okay? Huh? Let loose. Facebook, YouTube, thank you for rocking with me so much. Hey, Deacon Lance, thank you for rocking with me. I'll see y'all back here tonight. I love y'all because y'all love me back. Shares with somebody just might change their life. Bye.